Let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get right. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Dilla T. And this is No Filters. Always appreciate you all tuning in, man. Hitting that like button. Subscribing to the channel so you don't miss an episode. And sharing this with the world. And of course, family, when you come in, always get comfortable, people. Because I want you to get you something to eat. Get you something to drink. Get you something to smoke if that's what you do. Because you see the title, fam. T.I., Tiny, and they son. It's some shit. And I don't understand how we don't understand how we finna look into this here.
Appreciate all of y'all, man. Y'all hear me? Oh, y'all can hear me? I bet, man. Y'all like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. So now, this one woman is trying to rehash and bring back up allegations against T.I., Tiny, and they're trying to now involve their son, King Harris. Now, according to reports at all.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. No, we're not doing that. Hold up. Let's get right in here. Let's get right. Hey, you come in here, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Right now, we about to cook niggas. I just heard that man say T.I., Tiny, and they son. What's up, Art of War? Fam in this motherfucker right now. FAM, we not playing. Let me know you in here, FAM fam. Hey, first of all, let me say this. Happy 4th of July to everybody. I pray that you all had a great 4th of July. I pray everything went well. Everybody was safe. Family was taken care of. Everything was everything. Okay? Because the real shit is how you know nothing in the world stops. We can be doing motherfucking 4th of July, Christmas, Halloween. It don't matter. Nothing stops. So all the bullshit still keep coming, whether we doing nothing or something. You understand? 4th of July, I pray everybody had a great time. But you see what the fuck is going on. Why the fuck is T.I., Tiny, and that nigga King, his son, is in some shit? Why? First of all, hold up. Let's break this shit down 3 by 3. Why the fuck is T.I. name tied up in sex trafficking? Why the fuck is Tiny name tied up in sex trafficking? Lord Jesus. Why the fuck is they son name tied in sex trafficking? I wait. No, I want to know. We fam done had a great weekend. Everybody going crazy, drinking, smoking. Everybody living their life. What the fuck? I want to know how over the weekend, T.I., Tiny, and they motherfucking son then came up in the same sentence with sex and trafficking. No, I'll wait because we fam here. We FAM. Hey, when you come in here, hit that like button, subscribe, family. You know what it is. FAM, we here with Dilla T. We in here. Let's get right. Let's get right. I want to know why T.I., Tiny, and King, they motherfucking son, the word-looking ass nigga with all the colors in his fucking head. I want to know why they names are tied in sex trafficking. Oh, we talking about T.I., nigga. The King, bitch. I want to know why. Somebody better tell me why. You come in this motherfucker, hit that like button, subscribe. We about to cook this nigga right now. I want to know why. Let me know right now why, family. Why is T.I. name, Tiny, and they son in the same sentence with sex and trafficking? The fuck is going on here?
King Harris.
What?
explosive trafficking allegations. T.I. I bet, man. Hear me in the comments. I got a mic check real quick.
Oh, let's get right. Let's get right. Let me see it. Let me hear it.
Appreciate all of y'all, man. Can y'all hear me? Oh, y'all can hear me? I bet, man. Y'all like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. So now, this one woman is trying to rehash and bring back up allegations against.
What's up, Tibet? We in here, fam. You already know FAM. Let me know what's up. What's up, Rodney Will? You already know.
This son, King Harris. Now,
hold on, let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get right for Rodney Williams. Hey, Rodney, this no filters, my nigga. This Dilla T. Yeah. Ain't nothing old, partner. You understand me, my nigga? Ain't nothing. I know you heard the phrase, ain't nothing new under the sun. Watch your mouth, fam. Ain't shit old over here. The only thing going on that's old is people that's not thinking that that shit is still fucking new. It's not old. It's so many people that don't know what the fuck going on, fam, in the community. Get that shit right, homie. Let's make sure we understand. Nothing's old about what's going on over here with Dilla T and no filters. Hit that like button, subscribe. We cooking right now. We not finna let T.I. and Tiny and them and they son. Is you out your fucking mind to think we letting that shit slide? I don't even know what the fuck this is. This is crazy to fucking hear. Don't tell me what's old, nigga. The shit that's really real, partner. Say that again. No, she brung that up a long time ago. It's gone. No, let me tell you about what's real about a long time ago and right now. See, the difference is about a long time ago is Diddy wasn't on trial. Tyler Perry wasn't on trial. You didn't hear about Jay-Z about to get fucked up out here. You didn't hear Kanye out here playing with Transformers. Get that shit right, homie. It's a difference in timing. Because they can let you know what the fuck was going on at that time. But see, now everybody's getting cooked. So why wouldn't you think in your mind that this the right time to cook these niggas? That's what's up, partner. That's the difference. It don't even matter whether they can fight that or not. The difference is they motherfucking son is involved. Don't talk that shit over here, dirty. They son involved. They son involved. King involved. What the fuck we doing in the community? We talking about T.I., that's the king, bitch. And then Tiny. And then you got Tiny talking about, oh, free Diddy. Like she glorifies the shit Diddy was on. Sick motherfucker. And you sitting in there telling me, oh, this old? Oh, no, this new. To those that don't know. These sick motherfuckers moving like that. You understand? Let's keep going.
One woman is trying to rehash and bring back up allegations against T.I., Tiny, and they're trying to now involve the son, King Harris.
The son.
According to reports out of all
what?
T.I., Tiny, and King Harris been hit with explosive trafficking allegations involving the son, King Harris, as I just told y'all. Now, according to this report, it says a woman by the name of Sabrina Peterson reignited her claims against T.I. and Tiny while she threatened to expose alleged trafficking receipts.
Okay, so let's get right. So, let's get right for fam. Here at No Filters with Dilla T. The woman by the name of Sabrina Peterson. Back then exposed the Harris family, T.I. and them, T.I. Tiny, about sex trafficking. That's what happened back then. That happened back then. Okay? So we talk about, let's get right. This happened back then. She been came at these motherfuckers back then about sex trafficking. Like ain't nobody heard that shit. So let's get right. Let's keep going.
Son and Tiny just told y'all. Now, according to this report, it says a woman by the name of Sabrina Peterson reignited her claims against T.I. and Tiny while she threatened to expose alleged trafficking receipts involving their son, King Harris. Now, T.I. and Tiny are once again in the crosshairs of a longtime accuser by the name of Sabrina Peterson, who reignited her claims
Hold up, Dirty.
Peterson.
Let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get right. So Tiny comes out and makes a conversation or makes a comment about Diddy, about freaky people being able to do what the fuck they want to do. Hold up right quick. Let's get right. Hit that like button, family. Subscribe right now. We about to cook niggas. Ain't no way. Tiny come out talking that shit like, oh, okay, so Diddy, ain't nothing wrong with being freaky. Ain't nothing wrong with fucking everywhere and all around the world. That's fine. Ain't no problem. Problem is, if Tiny and T.I. had shit going on, fam, then that mean in my mind, if you come out and say something and you sitting here telling me that you finna back Diddy, anybody that you was fucking with out here is gonna come out and say, hey, bitch, shut the fuck up, ho, because the shit you did to me, to that victim or those people, they gonna come out and say something about your dumb ass. How you don't expect that? I bet Tiny was thinking in her mind, she just speaking her mind. But really, bitch, you just spoke up and made a bitch that you allegedly fucked with back then and put her in a situation of sex trafficking. So now you triggered her mind state because think about it. Do you know how many victims, how many situations? Hold up, man. Hit that like button and subscribe right now. We cooking. You know how many victims have been involved with this type of shit that's sitting back watching Diddy shit? I mean, they just sitting back at the crib doing prize picks, watching soaps. They doing meals. They trying to create yoga. They trying to figure out how to live. They trying to figure out how to reset, how to restir, how to recreate. This is what these people are doing. Okay? So, when these victims see somebody on TV and they are backing Diddy, clearly, motherfucker, they've been doing this shit to them too. So why wouldn't you think in your mind that this person that's coming out talking shit about T.I. and his family is telling them to shut the fuck up, bitch, because you should be okay with back then rumors about y'all doing her like that, sex trafficking, and now Tiny gonna come out and say something about Diddy like it's all fucking good, and now whoever they sex trafficked just spoke the fuck up like, bitch, you should have shut the fuck up. That's the situation. Because if a victim is gonna shut the fuck up and be quiet and let you get off with that, you think in your right mind they finna let you comment on Diddy shit like it's okay what Diddy did and think that they ain't had to go through that shit with your dumb ass too? You out your motherfucking mind. Ain't no way, and we ain't allowing it. You sex trafficking bitches. You got millions. For why? Man, let's get right in here. Let's get right, fam. Hit that like button, subscribe. We finna cook in this motherfucker. Trevette says, hey, y'all, you already know. Rodney said, that's old, my dude. Rodney said, what's up? What's up? Rodney Williams says, no. She brung that up a long time ago. It's not gonna fly. That's real. Rodney says, she was complicated. She was complicit. Trevette says, yeah. King Rambo says, facts. I remember. Rodney says, I'm listening. Malik says, this is one of them realest channels on YouTube. Let me get right, Malik Omar, respectfully. Malik Omar says, this is one of the realest channels on YouTube. It's hard for me to believe T.I. and Tiny are guilty of S/A behavior after what they have been through. Shout out to you, Malik. You already know what it is, family. Rodney says, hold on, let me get that. I like your channel, my dude, respectfully. Rodney says, she said, T put a gun to her head. Oh, shit. Ryder Kirkland says, did he oil me up today? Oh, shit. Ryder Kirkland, he fucked up, but get your life together. King Rambo says, watch that movie Blink twice. This movie tells how they do it and how they get away with it. That's real. Let's make sure we note that, family. King Rambo says, watch the movie Blink twice. This is a movie that tells you how they do it and how they get away with it. We gonna look into that, family. 12 Lazarus 18 says, shout out my friend Nick Girl. It's his birthday. Shout out Nick Girl. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, family. We in here. Rodney says, I don't even like normal traffic. That's real. Rodney says, Ryder, LOL. Cardinal McKenzie says he needed gas money. That's real. Rodney says, bro, I saw your password. Live your life. All of that. Let's get real. We want to make sure we understand who tapped in and who ain't and what's going on. Let's keep going.
With a pointed warning saying, don't worry, you're next. It's the trafficking, coercion, prostitution, and you can't give consent while you're forcing your victims to take drugs. NLB. Right? Is what she said.
Respectfully, Malik Omar, we in here. Shout out to you, family. That's what we doing.
And then it says in a string of Instagram stories and posts, Mrs. Peterson accused the couple of taunting their alleged victims and claiming she's sitting on a vault of sex trafficking receipts she plans to release starting on her birthday on July the 19th.
What?
She says, I have...
Oh, we gonna bring that back, fam. Hold up. I know y'all just heard that shit. Oh, hit that like button, subscribe, family. We cooking right now. We ain't playing with niggas. This girl says she about to let out a philanthropy of fucking receipts. She about to cook a nigga tonight? What? Let me tell you something about what's crazy. T.I., see, people like T.I. come out in the community, act like, you know, they who they is, you know, they living their life. You got to understand something. T.I. and them been around for a long time, okay? Any motherfucking rappers in them that's been around from back then to right now and how they living, their life has definitely had to have some type of push or some type of help. You understand? So trust when I say, for them to even meet people like Diddy and still survive today, something's involved with that for them to even still be in the position that they're in. That's the realest situation that's going on. There's no way that you can think. See, the problem I have and why we talking tonight is because this is T.I. No, man, hit that like button and subscribe, family. We cooking right now. This T.I. No, man, that ain't cool. No, that ain't cool. No, nigga, I don't want to hear that. This T.I. we talking about. No, see, let me tell you something. Some shit was weird when it was Kanye. Because we look at Kanye different. It was fucked up when it was, what's up, Vernon Yancey and this motherfucker, my people in there, fam. We typing in. What's up, Linda Powell? You already know. Hit that slide, hit that like, subscribe. We back in this bitch. Happy 4th. I hope y'all enjoyed yourself. We back, family. You see what's going on. T.I. and Tiny and they son getting involved and cooked up right now because of the shit they on. We ain't playing with them. I want to know why they think that we wouldn't find out this shit. Somebody already cooked this nigga. And they still put him in a situation and they act like it wasn't even finna fucking happen. And they still let it fucking happen. So tell me why we over here looking at T.I., black man in the community, in Atlanta, take her business, all this and all that. You telling me he got to get down with sex trafficking? He with a woman. Hold up, man. Let's get right in here right now. Hit that like button. T.I. is with a woman that likes women. Hold up, dog. Why y'all got a sex traffic? Oh, I'ma wait. No, let me say that again for the niggas in the back. T.I., what I say? Millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, zillionaire, cajillionaire. This man's a millionaire. He ain't no billionaire. Millionaires out here trafficking bitches. You see what this shit look like to the black community, man, as a man? Why the fuck do you have to traffic for sex, T.I.? Your wife like women. Oh, we ain't even got on King motherfucking ass, frog looking ass. You know King don't even look normal. The fuck is we talking about? I want to hear that shit, nigga. Why is your name involved with some sex trafficking? Your wife like women, nigga. Why you over there fucking with bitch? Why you gotta traffic a bitch? Why y'all just can't meet a bitch and just, hey, let's groove tonight? Let's groove tonight. Let's rock tonight. You feel me, fam? Let's get it popping for the evening. Why we just can't do it? Hey, hit that like button, subscribe. We supporting. It's Dilla T, no filters. Family, get right with the channel. Hey, they over there like, why we just can't groove? Why we got to groove? And then it's like you at a party, fam. We at the party, right? We at a T.I. party. T.I. party. You feel me? And then all of a sudden, y'all at the party, and then somebody put a little yeah in your drink. While you over there just, you feel me, at the party. You at the party with T.I. and them, thinking everything good. And then all of a sudden, some drops them in your cup. And then you got family them talking about they wanna touch on you. They wanna groove with you. And then all of a sudden, you take this, you do this. Oh, now you feeling some type of way. After about 5 or 10 minutes, you over there, faded and shit. And then all of a sudden, somebody come over there rubbing your leg while you over there about to fall out in T.I. in them house. What's up, chill and enjoy? Hey, family, you already know we in here. Hit that like button, subscribe. We back at it. We ain't playing with nobody. I hope you had a great 4th of July. But while you had a great 4th of July, this what the fuck was going on while we was popping fireworks and shit. Read this right now. No, I'm going to give you a moment. Read this right now. Read it right now. This what the fuck was going on while we was popping fireworks. T.I. and Tiny Harris hit with explosive trafficking allegations involving their son, King Harris. That's what the fuck was going on while we was popping fireworks, nigga. So, we got Diddy on that dumb shit. We got Tyler Perry on the fuck shit. We got Kanye West on the Transformer shit. We got Jay-Z, name tied to some sexual harassment shit. What the fuck? And you sitting there looking at me like I'm tripping. These men, shout out to Maya Marie, respectfully appreciate you already know what it is. Let me tell you something. Why the fuck are we not understanding that these people are even allowing this today? How the hell is Diddy getting exposed? Then all of a sudden Tyler get exposed. And then all of a sudden Kanye exposed. Then all of a sudden T.I. and Tiny was already exposed back in the day. They had to circle the block because Tiny opened her mouth about Diddy. See, I'm trying to tell y'all something, man. If you fucked up somewhere and you fucked somebody up in the world, you better shut the fuck up. Because if your dumb ass open your mouth, somebody gonna dig your shit out the grave, nigga. Okay, you already know what it is. We cooking in this motherfucker. Let's get right. Chill and Joy said, well, heck, you already know. Maya Marie said you cute. Appreciate your family. Maya Marie said no Diddy. Cake says I'm done. You know it. Trump won. Evers lost. You already know. Clarissa Brooks said peace. All Jelly Bean said why the hell they need to traffic anybody. Shaking my head. That's what I want to know, Jelly Bean. Verna Yancey says, yeah. More Fire says, calm down. Okay, Nene Love Savvy TB here says, hey, I'm late, but I'm here in the party. You already know, hit that like button, subscribe. We cooking in this motherfucker. We ain't playing with niggas support. We cooking. Okay, Nene Love with the 99-cent support. You already know. Keep going. We popping, family. Mariah Marie says, do you want to be friend? Nene Love, Mavy TV, respectfully. Trying to tap in with fam. We tapping in with fam. You already know. FAM. Hit that FAM. I need to know if you here with me and you fam. It's all about support and love. We want to make sure we know it's no filters because we not playing. We all family. We need to know what the fuck is going on. And every day it is something going on. Regardless of what you got going on, there is something going on bigger than you. Let me say that again for the niggas in the back getting high as fuck. Every day is something going on. You got something going on. But there's always something going on that's bigger than you. You understand me? And other than that, if we don't get it, I appreciate chill and joy. You're here with the 99 cent respectfully good support. It's love. We have to understand everything we got going on. We got to take a moment to see what's going on so we'll know what we need to be doing to keep going on. Let me say that again for fam in the back. We got to take a moment to see what's going on so we know how to keep going on in the situations we in, okay? While we was doing 4th of July fireworks. Oh, yeah, Verna, Diddy Love, all y'all Maya, all y'all chill and joy. While we was doing fireworks, bop, bop, bang, bang, family. Oh, shit. This what the fuck they was doing. T.I. and them was bullshit. Let's get right, family. Let's get right, let's get right. Let's make sure.
Now, this one woman is trying to rehash and bring back up allegations against T.I., Tiny, and they trying to now involve their son, King Harris.
Clarissa Brooks in here. What's up, family? Hit that like button, subscribe. We cooking. We all fam. Let's crack up. Let's link up.
Tiny and King Harris been hit with explosive trafficking allegations involving the son, King Harris, as I just told y'all. Now, according to this report,
Shout out Smith. Gratitude with the love family. $2 subscription. Hit that like button. It's love family. I appreciate you. You in here with Dilla T. No filters. It's all family. We here, baby.
and Tiny
Let's get right.
reignited her claims. T.I.
Let's get right.
And they trying to now involve their son, King Harris. Now,
Shout out Mariah. We all family here. Let's get right. Shout out Nene Love with the hashtag. Let's get right. Hit that like button, subscribe. We about to cook these niggas.
been hit with explosive trafficking allegations involving the son, King Harris, as I just told y'all. Now, according to this report, it says a woman by the name of Sabrina Peterson reignited her claims against T.I. and Tiny.
Shout out to Ticket Malik Omar. You know Ticket.
Exposed alleged trafficking receipts involving their son, King Harris. Now, T.I. and Tiny are once again in the crosshairs of a longtime accuser by the name of Sabrina.
Let's bring that back.
Peterson. Just told y'all. Now, according to this report, it says a woman by the name of Sabrina Peterson
Shantan Holloway.
T.I. and Tiny, while she threatened to expose alleged trafficking receipts involving their son, King Harris. Now, T.I. and Tiny are once again in the crosshairs of a longtime accuser by the name of Sabrina Peterson, who reignited her claims on Instagram and dragged their son, King Harris, into the firestorm with new allegations tied to sex trafficking. Now, Mrs. Peterson lashed out after Tiny publicly reacted to the Diddy verdict, commenting, "People want to charge you so bad for being freaky. It's nasty work." That triggered a sharp response from Peterson, who posted a screenshot of Tiny's reply.
Let's get right in here. Let's make sure we have order. Let's have order.
You're in. Now, Peterson followed up with a pointed warning, saying, "Don't worry, you're next. It's the trafficking, coercion, prostitution, and you can't give consent while you're forcing your victims to take drugs. NLB."
Oh, okay. Now, hold up. So you got to understand. So let's get right, fam, because at the end of the day, we did not put people in position to act like we don't know what's going on here. If they letting them do the shit, then there's no way that it can be done like that. It shouldn't even be done in that form. Because at the end of the day, they allowed that, fam. And there's no way that they even allowed that. Why would they even look into a situation to say, T.I., Tiny, had allegedly put their hands on this woman back in the day? Okay? 2025, today, they're saying that now their son is involved. as if they just passed their son down. That's the problem who we trying to get order on. As if they just passed their son down. That's what I don't understand, family. They just put that thing together as if they just passed their sons down to somebody, as if that's what's happening with it. None of that makes sense.
And then it says in a string of Instagram stories and posts, Mrs. Peterson then followed up with a pointed warning saying, "Don't worry, you're next. It's the trafficking, coercion, prostitution, and you can't give consent while you're forcing your victims to take drugs. NLB." Right? Is what she says, right?
She's saying that she's forcing them to take drugs. See, we got to understand something, family. First of all, let's get right. Why the fuck would your name be involved in sex and trafficking? See, if your name is involved in just sex, okay, cool. That's your name. Sex. Fine. It's involved with sex. That's a regular thing. But if your name is involved in sex and trafficking, the fuck is you on? And you a millionaire, nigga. Trillionaire, billionaire, gazillionaire, quadrillionaire. Why is your name involved in that? I just want to know. See, this the shit I be talking about. These motherfuckers be walking around tough as fuck. That nigga T.I. walk around like he can move mountains. I'll wait. Am I tripping? T.I. be walking around like, you know, I'm the king, bitch. Don't nobody fuck with this. He can press a button and your life go down the drain. That's how T.I. act. My bad. Nigga, you a human. And your stupid ass can be locked the fuck up with Diddy. Let me say that again. For the tough ass nigga that's on the motherfucking line acting like he tough because he support T.I. T.I. ain't tough. Tiny ain't tough at all. You dumb fucks. Why the fuck is you millionaire niggas? Let me tell you how you know this shit fucked up and how you know this got a little piece of truth in it. Let me tell you how, come close. Let me tell you how I got a little piece of truth in it. They came up with this a couple years back. Old girl, Sabrina Peterson, y'all can Google her name. Google that shit, fam. Like, we ain't over here acting like we retarded. Google her fucking name. You understand me? Google her name. You can see she came up with this a while back. Tiny, oh yeah, Gator, Tiny, yeah. Tiny chose to speak up and say something about Diddy situation. That's the worst of ever. First of all, Diddy, you already know he fucked up everything going on with his goofy ass. Fuck that. We don't want to hear that shit. The point I'm making, they already accused these motherfuckers of sex trafficking a while back. So the actual victims that's still living and living a life, you still got to think in your mind. If they accuse these people for this shit a while back, think about it, Gator. Think about it, Gator. Gator, if they accuse your motherfucking ass a couple years ago, and then they circle the block because you and your wife talking shit about a nigga that did the same shit they accusing you of, you don't think that it matters, motherfucker, to shut the fuck up? Why would you be talking, dumbass? Knowing what you did. See, this is that shit I be talking about the millionaire, billionaire, trillionaires, the gazillionaires, the cajillionaires. If it walk like a duck, if it quack like a duck, motherfucker, it's a duck. And if they got accused they stupid ass of sex trafficking back then, and her one of they dumbass support a sex trafficker. Let's get right. The victim heard one of them support a sex trafficker. That's literally on the stand now for his life, Diddy. So how didn't you think in your mind that motherfuckers wasn't finna recook that problem, dumbass? See, these people think they can't be touched. But let me tell you something. If you look at Tyler Perry's situation, getting sued $260 million, if you look at Diddy's situation, if you look at Jay-Z's situation, if you look at the embarrassment of Kevin Spacey, if you look at the embarrassment of T.I., and his wife. You don't think that's the fucking cherry on top? Bill Cosby, my dog. Mike D, shout out to you. Bill Cosby. You don't think we ain't looking at that? But you got to understand, Bill Cosby, see, it was something deep for Bill Cosby because you got to understand, people do what they do. They will discredit you. And that don't have nothing to do with your role as an actor. Bill Cosby was cooked into something that was deep because of the land he owns. And because he didn't want to do what they wanted him to do, they literally forced him out. Why? Because it was the powers that be, the same powers that are burying Diddy, humiliating wise, in the courtroom today. That is the same situation. So when we talk about Bill Cosby just wasn't exposed for him just sitting there fucking with women. They all been doing it. They all been fucking with women. They all been raping bitches. They all been sex trafficking, nigga. It's just, when is it the time for niggas to hit that like button, subscribe right now? We cooking in this motherfucker. What? They all been doing it, fam. They all been doing it, fam. Why is it today that they are allowing us to know more about the weird shit they've been doing? Let me say that again for the niggas in the back. They've been doing it. It's been going on. That's why they got decades of Diddy's humiliation all over the world. Let me say that again for y'all ain't listening. You, yo motherfucking ass. Yeah, you. No, you laying there, you sitting there, you smoking, you drinking, you eating. Listen to me, nigga. They are allowing us to know about this today now. For Diddy to have decades of this, for people to have decades of this, they are allowing us to know this now. So you need to understand the control of what's going on in the world. They are allowing us to come into their sick world. How the fuck would you not expose, speak, and understand? Shout out to Mike D, talking about Ashton Kutcher, guilty too. As fuck. Shout out Kevin Spacey. Don't sit in here and act like everybody all right. T.I. Tiny then got their motherfucking son involved. Nigga, shut the fuck up. Don't talk to me right now. Don't say nothing to me right now. They son. Your son, nigga. Let's take a moment. I need to know if fam in here. Hit that like button, subscribe. Let's be real. We cooking right now. Let's take a moment. Type FAM if you in here with me, if you fam. Type FAM. I want to know where you from. Right now, my family is back. We done had a great 4th of July. We here now. I need to know family is back with me. This shit is crazy. This is what's been going on while we've been popping fireworks with our kids. T.I. and Tiny, they kids been accused of sex trafficking. Now tell me what's gangster about that. No, I'll wait. Ugly motherfuckers. I don't even want to hear that. No, don't. Pardon my back. Pardon my back. Nigga, what the fuck is you talking about? Don't be talking to me. No, pardon my back. Because y'all cool with that shit. We popping fireworks with our goddamn kids. Hey, we supporting in here. Hit that like button, subscribe, family. Hit that donation. It's all love. We family. We Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Dilla T. It's no filters. Let's get right. You know I already got the shirts for you, fam. Let's get popping. Let me know your size. Let's get real in here today. We need to know what the fuck is going on in our community. We won't allow it. We family in here, chilling, joy. We family in this motherfucker. Let me know where you from, fam. We in here. We not going through that. You know what we doing, man. Let's keep going. Let's keep popping. They son, King, is a part of a situation and being accused. You can't tell me if that was your son. If that was your son. Oh, no, you. Yeah, your son. You. That's your, if that was your son, you cool with that? Your fucking son getting accused of sex trafficking. Don't talk to me in this motherfucker like I don't know what's going on. Let's get right, let's get right, let's get right, let's get right, family. You already know Gator King says King, yeah. A-Trip says they sick. Mike D in the building for Colorado. You already know Chillin' Joy says it's a time to set these victims free and then let them tell the truth. These people, and they got their shit right of money, they think they can do anything. No, they can't, family. That boy says, fam, we from Louisiana, my nigga. You already know that boy. We from Louisiana, my G. You already know. Warwick Calhoun said, fam, St. Louis, Missouri, my family. You already know we in the building. St. Louis, my G. Rory, I appreciate you, family. Let's keep going. Lakers in 5 says, fam, FAM. You know, Alex Marvey says, fam, Lindale, Texas. Shout out to Lindale, Texas in the building with my G, Alex Harvey. Respect, family. Brooklyn, Trin Girl says, Trinidad. Fam from Brooklyn, New York. Shout out to Brooklyn, New York in the building. Hit that like button, subscribe, family. We about to cook niggas today. We ain't playing with niggas. Let's keep going. Jelly Bean says his son ain't doing shit. I feel you, family, but why would King's name be involved in T.I. and Tiny's situation? You can always hear a situation, but why would their son be involved? So let's keep it going to make sure we get fam in here. Fancy say knowledge. Fam, we in here. Shout out to Fancy Knowledge in her. Fancy Knowledge. Chillin' Joy say family. We in here. North Carolina. Shout out to Chillin' Joy, North Carolina. Fam, we ain't paying. Fancy Knowledge says, fam from D, Ton T, that's real. Trip say they have sacrificed for their own position. Respectfully, fam. Chillin' Joy say we fam in her. Curtis Goddess says fam from Richmond, Virginia. Curtis Godson from Richmond, Virginia. Respect. I appreciate you, family. You already know what we doing. Shantae Holloway says first time here. I like it from Texas. I appreciate you, Shantae. We about to get right in this motherfucker. We cooking. We ain't playing tonight. John Cato says Brooklyn, fam. Respect. I appreciate you, fam. You know it. A-Trip says CT in the building. We ain't playing. Moving forward says that's false. Moving forward said they don't sacrifice anything. Brooklyn says Trinidad, Brooklyn family, you know it. We in here. Let's get right. You need to understand. The biggest thing that they're doing is taking over and losing and leaving the control where it needs to be. Because at the end of the day, we don't have no control of anything. All we have is what we hear to make sure we know what they're doing. But how much shit do you got to hear to know that that's what happened? How much shit do you got to hear to know that's real? Why the fuck did you got to hear the damn... Let's get right. Let me rephrase that. Why the fuck do you have to hear celebrity problems 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to believe it? I'll wait. No, I don't want to hear that. I'll wait, nigga. I'll wait. I want to know why. And then I also want to know why. Why the fuck when we get rich, everything is free? You ever tripped off that, fam? Like, as a real one, as Dilla T, like for real. You get money and you pull up to situations and everything is free. But everything is not free if you broke. But when you get rich, it's like all the millionaires can pull up to something and everything that they put out there. They giving out free gifts. They giving out free everything. Free decorations. Everything is fucking free. When you rich or when you got the money. But why the fuck it ain't free when you ain't got it? All these sponsors and shit. All the sponsorships, fam. And yet you got these rich ass people over here whose son, hit that like button, subscribe right now, family. We cooking. Ain't no way we finna let these niggas ride. T.I. and them is too rich to have to traffic anything. Let me say it again for the niggas in the back. T.I., Tiny, too rich to traffic anything. See, that's the conversation we having, family. I hope you got your drink. I hope you got something to eat. I hope you got something to smoke. That's the conversation we have. Why we gotta do that if we got the money? Why do T.I., Tiny, why do we have to do that if we have the money? Let me know. Why the fuck do they have to traffic anyone if they got the money? See, we have to understand. I basically feel like it's every man for theyself. Oh, shit. Let me say that again for the niggas in the back. It's every man for theyself. That's why they moving like this. Diddy, every man for himself. That's why he moving like that. Jay-Z, every man for himself. That's why he moving like that. Tyler Perry, every man for himself. He moving like that. Kanye West, every man for himself. Fat Joe, every man for himself. T.I., Tiny, and his king, and his son. All three of them, every man for themselves. Trump, World War III, motherfucker. Every man for themselves. That's what's going on here, fam. See, my people here at No Filters with Dilla T, we gonna get enlightened. Because we're not gonna keep acting like we don't get what the fuck going on here. Hit that like button, subscribe right now. The support is real. We need to make sure we understand. Why would they son be getting charged for the same charges that they getting charged for? Why would your son be getting charged for the same charges you charged for? Why would your daughter be getting charged for the same charges you charged for? Why is King getting charged for the same charges T.I. and Tiny getting charged for? Let's keep going.
And then it says in a string of Instagram stories and posts, Mrs. Peterson accused the couple of taunting their alleged victims and claiming she's sitting on a vault of sex trafficking receipts she plans to release starting on her birthday on July the 19th. And she says, "I have protected your children," she wrote. "I have protected my attorneys," she wrote. "I have protected victims, but truth is on my birthday. It's about me." 7/19.
What?
The feds already have this, she said. "I think the fans need it." So this woman said she already gave this information allegedly to the feds. So then she also shared a text message exchange allegedly between King Harris and a girl she described as quote unquote.
What's up, Frosty? What's up? You already know, hit that like button, family. Subscribe. We cooking right now. You know who we cooking. T.I., Tiny, and they son. We ain't playing with nobody.
The feds already have this, she said. "I think the fans need it." So this woman said she already gave this information allegedly to the feds. So then she also shared a text message exchange allegedly between King Harris
So you gotta understand something.
and a girl.
So you gotta understand something. Mike D, Jelly Bean. What's up, Willie Perry? Hit that like button, subscribe, family. We cooking in this motherfucker. We ain't playing with them. You gotta understand something about a plant. You have to understand something about a plant, family. Let me get Jelly Bean and them right, because we all family here. We all fam. We talking. We fam. We fam. This person came out with this back then, okay? A plant is put into position to be seeded, watereth, and then grow. Let me say that again for the niggas in the back, okay? A plant is to have to be seeded, watereth, and then grow. The biggest difference about this and that is this shit was years ago, fam. A plant is right now. See, plants in the industry get planted now. They don't get planted years before. They get planted now. A lot of the artists, a lot of the people that you see, they get planted now. You have to understand, feds can plant anybody for years. That's not the problem. But the understanding is that knowing, why would your name come up with that in the first place? Let's get that right, Jelly Bean. Why would your name come up in the first place? Your name, anybody's name can come up right now. But why would your name come up right now? Right. So let's not talk about the feds now and then, because we have to understand. Then this shit was happening. So now for it to happen and keep happening, now his son is coming up. Why the fuck would his son be coming up, fam? That's not something that we're thinking that's not real. That's a real thing. Let's get right. Let's hit that like button, subscribe, fam. We cooking right now. You know it. We supporting real life. This is a problem. Because in the community, we got people that look up to T.I., Tiny, and they son like they've done nothing wrong in the world. And yet we look at them and we know they're human. But yet we still think, why would their name have to be tied to a trafficking of sex? Your name should be just tied to just music and living. Why the fuck would your name be tied to something that's harming women sexually in a trafficking manner? Don't sit in this motherfucker like I'm tripping, man. Let's keep going.
She described as quote-unquote trafficked, claiming the girl's family reached out to her legal team over the concerns that the child was in a web of drug and prostitution led by the Harris family. Now, she put this stuff on the internet, y'all. Crazy work, man. And she also put the couple on blast claiming that T.I. made Tiny eat every box in Atlanta to get a ring. She also added...
Oh, shit, we ain't gonna act like we ain't heard that. We ain't gonna act like we ain't heard that. Let me bring that back for the niggas in the back getting high. Hold up.
Drug and prostitution led by the Harris family. Now, she put this stuff on the internet, y'all. Crazy work, man. And she also put the couple on blast.
Listen.
That T.I. made Tiny eat every box in Atlanta to get a ring.
T.I. made Tiny eat every box in Atlanta to get a ring on her finger. What? I'll wait. What the fuck? That is the sickest shit alive. That is the sickest shit. You telling me that's what we doing? I mean, but this is the level we living on. For you to think in your right mind, who would believe this? Or who would think that? Or to hear that and say, oh my God, that's a real thing. Do you believe that? I need to know, fam. Do you believe it? Because at this point, we're looking at people that really understand that T.I. and Tiny has been exposed. Hit that like button, subscribe, fam. We cooking in here. You know what it is. It's love. Let's keep going.
She also added that some of the material she plans to post can't be shared on Instagram
Hold on, let's get right, let's get right, let's get right, let's get right, let's get right. Anthony and them said 5,000. Jelly Bean says money. Jelly Bean says black money. Anthony says caught. Mike D says, I think he's been a suspect for a while since they raided his crib. That's real, family. Anthony says T.I. did it. Anthony says, I seen it one day after the update. That's real, family. You already know. Jelly Bean says, and who was there to witness this? Nobody, family. You know it. Jelly Bean says, not exposed, being set up to breaking them. The point I'm making is about not who witnessed it. It's about in their position, they're in a position to discredit, to be discredited. You have to understand, family. In their position, you can say the worst thing about them one time, and then their whole situation is discredited, and that's it. That's it. So that's what you got. That's what you're dealing with. But the biggest thing is knowing that when you talk about being discredited and still living, still moving, still in the same umbrella that you've been in, that's the problem, fam. Because now if you stay in that same situation, but you've been discredited, nobody looks at you like you matter. Nobody looks at you as a value at all. So when we talk about T.I., Tiny, and a son, nobody looks at them as a value today, right now. Your name came up in sex trafficking. Shut the fuck up. Don't talk to me right now. See, that's that shit that make me mad. Because some of you motherfuckers out there thinking that shit cool. Fuck wrong with you, nigga? If your fucking name... Hold up, Jelly Bean. Jelly Bean said T.I. way too smart to do anything stupid like that. Jelly Bean, you don't even know who T.I. is. You don't even know T.I. The only T.I. you know is the music that you seen and the person you looked at. That is exactly the picture painted for you. For you to say what the fuck you just said, Jelly Bean. That's how you know the agenda that they're creating and they're doing, it works. Okay, Jelly Bean, if you know T.I. personally, you know the character you be in his house? You be in his house with his family. You know everything going on when it's time to go home? Because I know you don't sleep there. Yeah. That's real. If that was the case, Jelly Bean, then you would be on the front page to make sure that you are truly making sure you defend every right for him back then and now. So when you speak about who you know, his name shouldn't be coming up in situations like this. Because if your name, Jelly Bean, was coming up in situations like this, what would you have to really say? What would you think? The realness in the conversation is, why is your name tied to hurting people? Why is your name tied to being in a position with folk? Shout out to you, Prophet. Why is your name tied to it? See, it's not about the situation, about trying to figure out did you do it. It's like, first of all, why is your name in that situation, Jelly Bean? You so fucking smart, nigga. Why your name in there? Oh, no, let's just tie Jelly Bean. Matter of fact, let's just put Jelly Bean name on this fucking screen and see how this nigga turn out. Since you know every fucking body, nigga. Let me know how your name turned out, partner. Let's put your name on here. Oh, no, I'm speaking like we exposing niggas that's sitting there getting tortured about being millionaires, but yet they sex trafficking bitches. Why would you be a millionaire and have to sex traffic a bitch, Jelly Bean? Why would we hear your name, but we know you famous, partner? And I appreciate it. But we want to see how you do, my nigga. See, black people have to hold people accountable as well as every people have to hold people accountable. Because in the community, it make black people look bad, partner. Oh no, we believe what's real. See, we don't believe nothing. We only understand what we hear. You understand? Why would your fucking name be tied in some shit like that, partner? So let's just tie Jelly Bean name to this right here. So it's going to say Jelly Bean, T.I., and Tiny Harris hit with explosive trafficking allegations involving son King Harris. Oh, I know you feel some type of way now, don't you, nigga? Worst shit you could ever hear. Just pussy ass up out of here, nigga. Stop playing with me, boy. It'll be the worst shit for you ever. Yeah, I wanted you to feel it. Because that's how they doing. So, if you can't handle it, get the fuck on, nigga. But I appreciate you being here because make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure we cooking in this bitch. You understand? Because it all matters and it's all love for fam. That's why you in here, because you fam. Your position, your opinion, and your thoughts. But we want to make sure dumbasses like you don't get followed. You understand? Yeah. So we want to make sure the stupidity of a nigga is exposed so we make sure all my fam is real and cooking. Let's keep going.
On her during the past, plans to post can't be shared on Instagram due to nudity, right?
Hit that like button, family. Subscribe. We cooking, fam.
Her previous allegations against T.I. and Tiny, that says the renewed allegations come years after she first accused T.I. of pulling a blicky on her during the past dispute. I thought this whole situation was over with. But she says that 2021 claim snowballed into a broader allegation that the couple drugged and sexually assaulted multiple women, with Peterson sharing messages from more than 15 alleged victims. Now, T.I. and Tiny have consistently denied all allegations, calling them salacious and fabricated stories, and warning of legal consequences. Now, in 2021, Peterson filed a defamation lawsuit against the couple, which was largely dismissed by March of 2025. Now, the court ordered her to pay nearly $97,000 in legal fees to the Harris family. Now, the claims were previously investigated by the Los Angeles authorities in 2021. However, the district attorney declined to prosecute due to the statute of limitations. T.I. later countersued Peterson for defamation, accusing her of launching a campaign of false and damaging...
Let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get right. I really want to know why. You know what's fucked up and what I've learned about these faggot ass niggas? These pussy ass niggas. These niggas always filing a lot. They always filing something about defamation of character. Okay, let's go down the list. Tyler Perry, you have been accused of touching men, grown ass men, sexually harassing them. Oh, we finna line up right now. Hit that like button, subscribe. We supporting the channel. This Dealer T is no filters. We in here. Tyler Perry, you have been accused of touching grown men. Not once, not twice, 3 times. So why would you file defamation of character? If that's what the fuck you been doing. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Tyler Perry, why would you file a defamation of character? Diddy, We have seen your whole motherfucking life on camera, nigga. Why would you file a defamation of Kirk? They've exposed your whole life. Why would you hit that like button, subscribe, fam? We cooking. Why would these people file defamation of character? When you've been charged or you've been accused of these charges, not once, not twice, not 3 times, some people more than 4 or 5. What the fuck sense do that make? That they would sit there. See, I think they do that shit so the public can feel some type of way. Because I really know that if you've been charged with these same allegations, like over 4, 3, 2 times, why wouldn't you think we don't know that your motherfucking ass is like that? Goofy? Fuck is we talking about? Defamation of character? What is the point? Your ass done fucked up your character so bad, what's the point of defamation of character? Let me know, fam. Type FAM. What's the point of defamation of character if you've already destroyed your character? You destroyed it, fam. What is a defamation of character if you've destroyed it?
On her Instagram and just started going wild. She just started going wild. Right? Okay. So, if you are sleeping in a position like this,
that's the problem. People wait to come forward because when you're in a rich position like they are, they forcing things on everybody, fam. That's the real.
I guess Tiny had wrote something on social media.
Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe, fam. We cooking in this motherfucker. We ain't playing with nobody. Support, we here.
Saw that. And she went to social media and started going crazy. Now, I'm going to show you guys some of the things.
What's up, Crit? I do.
On social media because she went crazy. She started posting all this stuff on her Instagram stories.
Shout out to Crit. I appreciate your family liking, subscribing. Monday through Fridays, 9 p.m. We cooking in this motherfucker. We ain't playing with nobody. Let's keep going.
She did social media on her Instagram and just started going wild. She just started going wild. Right?
Okay, let me ask y'all a question right quick.
Okay. So,
Let me ask y'all a question for real. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's come in. Let's get real. Let's get real. Let's get real. Why would this woman just come out of nowhere and get so serious after already exposing these people? Why would she come back with that? After Tiny just said Diddy is innocent. She clearly feels like that Tiny and them think that it's okay to sit there and do what they did to her. Why? Because they glorified it by saying a comment against Diddy. Diddy is charged for freak-offs, prostitution across interstate lines, all of that. So for Tiny to come out and support him publicly and press about freak-offs being nothing, you right, bitch. Freak-offs ain't shit. Y'all can fuck in New York. You can fuck in New York. You can fuck in every 50 states in every country. Let's get that right. Let me say that again. You can fuck in every 50 states and in the countries. Yeah, with no problem. No pressure, no nothing. Yeah, legal. So, if that be the case, I'm just trying to figure out why we pressing about knowing that these people are able to fuck wherever they want to fuck at, but yet now you're being charged for sex trafficking because you're moving while you fucking. See, trafficking is moving traffic. You're moving while you're fucking. Sex trafficking. Right. That means that you passing. See, back in the day, it was called running a bitch. You hear me? Like running a 2 or a 3 on the woman, or like a train. See, it's terms for that. Hit that like button, subscribe, fam. We cooking right now. Stop playing with me. It was a term back then for the way women and men like to have fun. When it was 2-on-1 or a train. Now, they calling that shit sex trafficking. Don't sit in this motherfucker like I'm tripping, nigga. They calling that shit, this is 2025. They calling that shit sex trafficking. So now, I know, if you gotta hold a woman against her own will just for you to have sex, if you gotta traffic somebody from here to over there just for you to have fun, if you gotta do anything against anybody against their will, you ain't shit. You should not have to traffic ass to have fun. You the lamest motherfucker I ever known in my life. If you gotta disrespect a motherfucker to have fun sexually, you ain't shit, nigga. You lame. You need to hitch. You need to go find somebody to give you the swag so you can enjoy pussy. But don't sit in here and tell me that T.I., Tiny, and they son gotta traffic a bitch for sex. You know what's fucked up? If you look at King, if you look at his son, that boy look weird as fuck on my kids. That boy like a fucking frog. So you gotta understand. Let me say that again for the niggas in the back. King look like a fucking frog coming from T.I. and Tiny. Oh, I'll wait. Let that soak in. That boy look like a fucking frog from T.I. and Tiny. Have you seen Tiny? She ain't missing. Oh, she missing some. Oh. Don't sit in this motherfucker and tell me that bitches want him. No, bitches don't want King. T.I. son? No, you don't want King. No, that boy look like a fucking frog. The boy her blind and green. We don't know who he is. But we know that somebody done brung his fucking name up about trafficking bitches. Now, see, I get it. Because if this young man can't have a woman on his own and he got to traffic a woman, that's different. But you know what hurts? That hits different? If T.I. and Tiny has to train him to have a woman. If they have to press him to be a part of a system. That's the problem. Let me say that again for the niggas in the back. If T.I. and Tiny has to train King to be a part of a system, they just threw his whole life away. You understand? King is probably 20-something. T.I. and Tiny, 50-something. They don't give a fuck. They gonna be done. Some go on with them. They found guilty about something going on if it ever even reach court, nigga. They don't matter. King, hit that like button, subscribe right now, family. We cooking in here. King, that boy is a boy. He's a kid. He just brought a newborn into the world. You hear me? That nigga will never survive in a jail. Don't sit in this motherfucker and tell me I'm tripping. Because we over here looking at them and they letting that shit happen. Why the fuck would y'all gotta fight somebody for pussy? Why you gotta fight somebody for ass? Why you gotta fight somebody for even having fun? Why? This is T.I. and Tiny, nigga. And now y'all brought y'all son into that? Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. That's the slogan for people like that. You should be ashamed of your fucking self, because ain't no way that somebody just gonna come up with no allegations against y'all dumb ass. Don't sit on this motherfucker and act like I'm tripping. You know how many rappers, how many... Hit that like button, family. Subscribe right now. What we doing? We cooking. You know how many people that rap, sing, actor, athlete, entertainer. You know how many names are not on this situation? Oh, I'll wait. Don't sit up in here and act like people targeting T.I. and them. No, we not. You know how many motherfucking people whose names could have been on there too? You know how many motherfucking famous people whose name is not on there? So why the fuck would T.I. Tiny and their son name be on something that got to do with sexually trafficking? Don't sit in here and act like we tripping on that. Oh man, my loves. My mommies. All that. No way to tell me that we don't understand. How many entertainers, singers, rappers, athletes, all that? Think about it. Even back in T.I., no, I'm tripping, Tiny. What's the group that Tiny was a part of, family? Tell me right now. Tell me right now, fam. Tell me right now. What was the group that Tiny was a part of? What was that group? Jelly Bean said the whole damn movie. You stand right. What's the group that Tiny was a part of when they was singing and shit? Jalen just said, Escape. Shout out to you, Jay. Subscribe, family, you fam, F-A-M. How the fuck we don't know that they don't know that Escape was on that shit? You hear me, T? T. Warren Sr. says Escape, right. So what we talking about? How we not gonna act like we don't know that we know that they was on that? That group, they was in this shit for a long time, nigga. Stop. Let's not act like we don't know. Hit that like button, subscribe, fam. We cooking. We not gonna act like we don't know, man. Tiny been a part of this shit longer than T.I., nigga. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What the fuck? What I just say? Tiny been a part of this longer than T.I. So who really orchestrating this? Huh? Who really orchestrating this? The woman or the man? Don't keep playing with me, man. It's Dilla T. It's no filters. We getting this real as real. We not playing with nobody. Hit that like button, subscribe, family. We cooking in this motherfucker. Let's go.
Basically, I guess Tiny had wrote something on social media after the verdict. And then this woman just went to social media. I guess she saw that. And she went to social media and started going crazy. Now, I'm going to show you guys some of the things she was putting on social media because she went crazy. She started posting all this stuff on her Instagram stories. And a lot of people started screenshotting this stuff and trying to figure out, man, what the hell is going on? Why is she doing this? But she's saying that she got evidence that she's giving to the authorities. She's claiming that she's gonna start dropping evidence on her birthday. Like, why would you do it on your birthday? Why would you wait? If it's serious like that, why would you wait till your birthday? It's like, is that supposed to be some type of game? Because see, people not gonna take you serious at all. See, this seems like it's a game. Like, oh yeah, it's gonna come out on my birthday. What is this, some type of publicity promotional stuff? Y'all gotta think about stuff like that, man. Like, if you serious about something, it shouldn't be no games being played whatsoever. And I'm just being honest with y'all, man. I know some of y'all gonna be like, take me talking.
Nah, because we ain't bullshitting over here. Tell you something about what's real, what's serious. Shout out to fam. We already know we checking in this motherfucker. Let's get real. Let's get right. Let's get real. Let's get right. We ain't playing. Jelly Bean say I agree. Francie says, Knowledge says, basically. Francie Knowledge says, LOL. Jellybean says he cannot help how he look. Fam says, Darius says, facts. Jellybean says, somebody like it. They do. It's like name. It's like bank. Eric says, do you read your chat out loud and engage with your with your fanatics? Clearly, I do, family, because that's what we're doing now. Let's keep it going. Jellybean says, you're accusing them of something you haven't seen with your own eyes. You is tripping. No, let's Jellybean, let's get you right, family. We understand. Why would your name be tied up? They would say, hey, Jellybean accused of sex trafficking. You will have to figure out what that is in the near days that's going on. Let's keep it going, family. Francis says escape. They let me know what we was doing on that. T. Warner Sr. says, Shakina, stop messing with Tiny because of trafficking. Trafficking, that's real. Eric says, I'm scared. Don't got nothing to be scared of, fam. We're going to keep the party going to make sure we understand what's going on. Alexis in here from Birmingham, Alabama. Shout out to Alexis, Birmingham, Alabama, fam. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We cooking in here. We ain't playing with nobody. Want to make sure we keep the party going, family. Let's go.
Bro, I'm being real. Like, them type of allegations you putting on somebody, that shit's serious, man. Should nobody be playing with that, but, oh, yeah, I'm gonna drop that on my birthday. This, that, and third. What you mean? You know what I'm saying? So I'm finna show y'all right now what Shorty talking about. I'm finna show y'all. So Shorty went online, y'all, and this is what she started to post. Hold on. I'm finna show y'all right now what she started to post, right? So she went online and she posted this right here. Let me put this on the screen for y'all. She started by posting that. So she says,
shout out to Kashana. Kashana says, smoke is that you. I just subscribed to your channel. Shout out to you, family. We're going to keep it going.
you can't give consent while you're forcing your victims to take drugs, NLB. Then she went on to say, at 7/19, on 7/19, that's her birthday, I guess, July 19th, all sex trafficking receipts will be posted here. If you keep playing, it will be today. Stop using girls with dreams as pawns. Then she goes on to post, what barrel bourbon?
Because what the fuck? She over here talking big shit. Oh, no. Let's get right. This is what's going on right now. I mean, like, she's so adamant, so serious, so really real about this situation that she literally is taking a stand on her own. Okay? Now, you got to understand something, family. Let's be real, FAM. Let's be real. I'm sure she knows the consequences of being able to come out publicly and be on this type of shit, and it ain't true. Let's just be real. Let's be real. She got to know. Because at this point, the advocating for it, the level of advocating for this is another level. She is showing messages, text messages, all of that shit. So for her to be advocating about it, based off Tiny speaking on a Diddy trial, further hit a nerve to let her know if she was going to bury the situation, she would have buried it. You know how many motherfuckers don't give a fuck about shit like this coming public? Let me say that again for the people in the back. She don't give a fuck. So you really think anybody's gonna stop her? Nobody's gonna stop her, fam. She don't give a... That shit started then. She tried to let it go, and then now it's like that because Tiny is speaking on Diddy's situation as if anything Diddy is doing is okay. Let me tell you something. The only thing that Diddy has done that's okay is nothing. So at this point, it don't matter because he's done nothing. So for her to speak up for him, it makes her look so bad. And for whatever situation she got going on with somebody, they definitely spoke up about it because they had already spoke up about it. Let me tell you something. If this shit was new, no, don't do that. Don't act like y'all don't get it. If this was new, family, if this was new, it'd be a whole nother motherfucking level. If this was new. But this is not new, fam. This already came out. They just spinning the block. That's all they doing is spinning the block about this situation. And that's only because people like Tiny spoke out for Diddy and acted like it was nothing. But those people don't know what it's like. Those victims don't know the facts. Those people have been through a lot that hurts at another level, especially if you're not being compensated as a human. See, as humans, we can be compensated for it and be okay because we're human. We know the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. We're human. So we don't want to sit back and act like we don't know what's really real, fam. We hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe, and we cooking in her. We supporting the channel, fam. It's Dilla T. It's no filters. We supporting. We really in her. Let's get it right. We all fam. It all matters. I hope everybody had a great 4th of July. Let's keep it going.
This. The girl's family contacted my attorney because their CHIL.
Shout out Fancy in this motherfucker. We in her. You know it. We popping. We ain't bullshit. We in her. I'm with you, family. Shout out. We in her. Nene loving this motherfucker. We bringing it back. We circling around. We supporting the channel. Let's clock in. Let's get in where we fit in.
Then she continued to go on and go absolutely bananas. And she says, you made your wife eat every box in Atlanta to get a ring. And she added T.I. Then she kept going on. And she said, this is your king. This is your activist. This is your icon. And this is someone's misguided daughter. And then she went on and she posted this. She says, I have to give the other messages a blog I can trust. I can't post. She said, I have to give the other messages, I guess, to a blog. She says, I can't post due to nudity. What? So why is she going to the blog? See, this is my thing. If you serious about this, why is you going to the blogs and all this other stuff like this? Don't make no sense to me. Why is you doing that? Like, it don't make no sense. Like, to me, if you serious about something, you feel like she's playing games, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that because if you were serious, why wouldn't you just go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, do what you said you're going to do? I don't understand this.
See, to me, fam, you gotta understand something.
That's just me.
See, but it makes sense. But it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. Because you gotta understand something. These people are very powerful. These people don't have the same expiration dates that you and I have. We all human. But when it comes to the business and what's going on, we can just be told on and be buried. These people have to be told on, put into a position of losing, exposed, discredited. It's so many words that they have to be before they're looked at as a criminal. But for you and me as a civilian, we just, some can come up and then we're done. So we have to understand, fam, that I believe her to sit there and create certain dates or certain times to reveal what's going on. Let me say that again for fam in the back. I believe her to reveal certain times of what's going on because of what's going on today. That's the vitalness of it. It makes you feel some type of way when you understand, like, why did she do this? Or why did she say that? Or why this didn't happen? But in my mind, it makes you think like, okay, well, she didn't say this and say that because to make sure she's good. Because you got to understand, man, this lady, Sabrina Peterson, she been around for a long time. And for her to come out back then and then come out now, and now she feel like she has the potential evidence to go against them, hit that like button, family. We subscribing to her right now. We cooking. For her to feel like that she has all the pieces in play to recontribute or recreate that case that she came up with back then, she truly has to feel something is in play that was not in play then. Let me say that again for the people in the back. She definitely feels that something is in play now that was not in play then that can stick. And what's really fucked up is this is T.I., his wife, and his son. So let's be real, fam. Let's be real. Did they come at him like, yo, son, you can fuck with this bitch, you can fuck with this chick, this woman, all of that, and you can deal with her, and we gonna rock with you? Was that after T.I. and Tiny had fun with her, and then they just gave her to his son? Think about it. His son has been in the nightlife, the highlights. So it's a big thing about knowing his position and how he moves and what he does. You understand? So don't sit up in here and act like that man is innocent, because you got to understand, King has been the only one. King has been the only one that's in the cameras. King has been the only one in everybody's face. King has been the only one in the position. He has been the only one to be the face of the family as the kid. Everybody else is doing music or some peaceful shit, but he's the only one. So it makes you think like, why? It makes you think like, why would he be the only one that is so much as popular in our faces for so long, and then all of a sudden his fucking name comes up in sex trafficking? What level and what position is this young dumbass boy in to be being heard with the phrase sex and trafficking? Hit that like button in here right now, family. Subscribe right now. Subscribe to the channel. We ain't playing. We cooking right now. Why would his name be in there? I want to know what you think right now. Tell me now in the comments right now. Why would King's name be associated with his parents in sex trafficking? Don't sit in this motherfucker and act like it's okay. It's not. Because if it was me or you, yeah, you, tap on your forehead. If it was me or your ass, we'll be buried. With children or without. Or without. So don't sit in here and act like it's okay, because it ain't, nigga. The same allegations against you and me and family, we would have been buried. But the fact that it's T.I., some tiny shit, and a son, you ain't woke up to know that that's some weird ass shit going on for him to say that's his family, his sons. You know, normally, you know, the parents go through that. Hold up, what we doing? Normally, the parents can go through some shit like that. But for you to put a parent in that position and then say their child is in that too, that's embarrassing. That ain't even discrediting somebody. That's more of a like an embarrassment, discrediting. That's like embarrassing and discrediting somebody in the same sense, and then acting like you need worth out of that. You don't get worth out of discrediting someone and embarrassing them. You understand? In politics, you could just like that movie Scandal. Listen to me. And look at me now. Scandal, in that movie, that was government shit. Okay? Everything that happened in there, it was discrediting government officials. Okay? So you gotta understand, anytime in politics or anything you tapped into is different, because anytime you involved with something that where you can say something one time and discredit somebody, that is the worst thing to be involved in. The worst thing to be a part of. You understand me? Let me say that again. If the job that you are involved in, you can be discredited by one phrase or one sentence, you need to get out of that field. Because either you think the money matters most than the word said. Because the word said will hurt whatever you created. Think about it. If you have a career, if a person can discredit your career by saying one thing that will discredit everything, you don't think you need to come up with some type of security? You don't think you need to understand the business that you're in? That's politics. That's life. That's living. People can discredit you by just saying one thing that just hurts everything about you because of the field that you're involved in. Chef Lilo says, shout out to you, family. Chef Lilo says, innocent until proven guilty, but people are sickos. That's real. Kashana says, I worry about Deja, how it treat her. That's real. Nerdy Lock says, it doesn't really matter what your job is. There are things that can be said about people in all walks of life that can crush them. That's real. T. Warren Sr. says, if she added King from past tense, he was underage. Okay, you just made a point, T. Warren. And I was just trying to breathe for a second. T.I. Warren, Sr. You just made a point. Let me explain the point that you just made. The biggest point that you just made is that you just said that man was underage to be put in that position. You understand what the fuck you just said to me, boy? You just said the realest shit to me ever. Now come close. Now, nigga, come close now. Shout out to you. Hit me with the pound. T.J. Warren Sr., you just said, if she added King from the past tense, he was underage. You know how serious that is, that your child is being convicted of sex trafficking? What are we talking about right now, fam? Your mama and your daddy, it's a difference. But the moment they bring your child into this situation, that ain't even sentimental. You have to be unorthodox to feel that your child is involved with something that your name is on as an adult, as an innocent child. But is he? Is he really? See, my kids are at an age where they are innocent because they're at an age that allows them to be innocent for that situation. But King is not. His level is at a different position for him to be accused of trafficking. SEX word. Why the fuck is your name tied into that? It don't even matter what we're discussing right now. You understand me? Why is your name tied into that? Each and every one of you, if your name is tied with something that can discredit you, demolish you, delinquish you. I can give you some words, nigga. Don't play with me. I can get active anyway when I play with them words. I can play with words. I choose not to when I want to, but when it's time, I can tap in to that position and play with it. Delinquish you. You know delinquish, right? Deteriorate. You ever been deteriorated? You know what that is? Hit me in the comments right now. Let me know what deteriorate is. Yeah. You ever touch something and just fathomly nothing do nothing? That's deteriorate. It was a solid and becomes nothing. That is likely what the situation is with T.I. and his family. Because he's dealing with the feds. It's called indictments. It's called charges. And why would they be coming out right now? See, you got to understand. If Diddy has decades of this, that means he's been doing it for a while. So that means somebody pressed the button and said, we need to bring this nigga out the shadows and out the back and put him on the front stand right now and let him know what just happened, nigga. Yeah, see, this ain't none of that. Hit that like button right now and subscribe to the channel. You know what it is. We cooking. We're not playing with niggas. Somebody said it's his time to be exposed because he has an overwhelmingly amount of information that has been exposed to the courtroom in front of everybody, his family and kids. So don't sit in here and act like everybody cool with the shit. The fact that T.I. and Tiny, they married, they together, and their life is in the headlines. And now that they've brought their child in, you have to be, my bad. We from St. Louis. This dealer T, this no filters. I come from up under the ground, nigga. I come from where we had to dig deep to come out. You have to understand what's really real right now. When we look at people like T.I., we look at him as the king, bitch. That's what he says. Yeah. We don't expect him to be trafficking nobody. What I say? Millions. Billions. Trillions. Zillions. Oh, and kajillions, nigga. Now, who got that type of money? But yet, I thought billionaires was the only ones that can get off with this shit. But yet, we starting to see that millionaires can too, because T.I. ain't no millionaire. T.I. ain't either. Point I'm making is, it don't matter who you is, nigga. We will not allow you to be in our community if this is what you're doing to our people, fam. You a black man, nigga. You got kids, boy. Fuck is you doing with your name tied up in something that don't go together? Your name shouldn't be in the headlines of this, that, and the other. Hit that like button and subscribe, nigga. We cooking. Don't look at me right now like you don't get what I'm talking about. Because y'all the same niggas that be sitting there hearing about stupid shit and don't do nothing about it. Y'all don't do nothing about it. Y'all just sit there and be like, oh, you know, fam went through this. Everybody went through that. What y'all on, nothing? What your prize picks like today? What you get? Who you pull in for? I'm going to pick LeBron for... And then I'm going to get Luka for, and then I'm going to get Tatum. Well, you can't get Tatum, nigga, because he injured. And I'm going to get Jalen because we trying to figure out him. Well, they just traded Drew, and then I'm going to get... That's what you doing, fam. You prize picking when life is happening, and we need to know what's going on in the community so our kids and family don't go through that same shit we did. But yet you do, nigga, and you allow it. So what we got to do? We got to get rid of you. You got to get out the community. If you ain't fam, we typing FAM right now. I need to know where you from right now if you fam. If you with me on what I'm discussing, we type in FAM and let me know where you from. Because we will not allow these people to be in the community. They're going to let Diddy out. Y'all don't get it, nigga. Let's sidebar right quick. Follow me. Follow me. Sidebar. They're going to let Diddy out. And all the people that talked about him, they're going to have to run. They're going to have to get put up. They're going to have to figure out the situation. The point I'm making is that it's up to us to accept him back or to leave him where he's at. And if you've heard what his life is, we will not allow that level of monster back in our lives. Even from his music, we won't. Why? Because once you find out the level of hurt and everything he creates for our people. See, we all have a cousin or an uncle or a friend or a family member that wants to be that next athlete, that next singer, that next rapper, that next sports athlete, that next entertainer, that next big boom, right? But why do we have to run into people like Diddy? Why do we have to run into people like T.I. and Tiny? Why do we have to run into people like Kanye? Why do we have to run into people like Jay-Z, Rock Nation? These are the people that's keeping us from getting where we need to be. And we allow them to hold the key. Why? Because they're gatekeepers. Let me say that again for the niggas in the back smoking. Because I know you is. These are gatekeepers. And if we don't have a voice to shut them down, then we don't get past that gate. So we have to understand what we're doing here. Because we've allowed people like this to come in the community. And he over here making good music. You understand? T.I. made great music. And then this is what I don't understand too. Like, let's do a sidebar. Why when you get the millions, everything is free? Niggas start sponsoring shit. Niggas start handing shit. Niggas start giving you shit. Niggas start being like, hey, pull up for this. You get the hors d'oeuvres. You get the Las Vegas thing. You know how much shit I'd have been invited to as an artist? Like, you just pull up in Vegas and everything is free because of everything you sold. But yet you broke. And you don't get nothing for free. But yet you get $1 million and they start handing you shit for free. But y'all looking at T.I. and him and Tiny like, oh, we love him. Everything's straight. She used to sing for Escape and nobody feels no type of way. But look at this young man right here. You see this man right here? This is his son. Oh, no. Let's make sure we understand what we're looking at. This is T.I. and this is his son. And his son is getting accused for the same accusation as this grown-ass man is. Let's keep going, nigga.
To me, that's serious. So if you playing around with it, well, how is somebody supposed to take you serious? I want y'all to think about something. If somebody playing around with allegations, teasing, come up, oh, this the day I'm going to release this.
She.
Why should we take them serious?
Nobody is. Hit that like button, subscribe, fam. We tapped in. Don't do that. We cooking. Let's get right. Let's support. I see we up on the bag. Woo! Showing me the bag.
Make it make sense. That's what I'm saying. Because what you're doing is, you saying stuff, but then you ain't dropping no. You said, and this is the thing. She said she got receipts, so why can't you drop it? Right now. Why you gotta wait? Tell them I'm gonna wait.
See her dealer T? No filters. You see it. Let's get right. Let's get right. Let's tap in. Hey, we got every receipt. We got everything. Don't play with us today. I hope you had a good 4th of July with family. Let's make sure we tapped in. Let's make sure we're doing it. Let's tap in, FAM. Let me know you had a great 4th. Tap in, FAM. Boy, there's a lot of people here, boy. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, that's what we doing. We come, man. Yeah. Let's bring that back right now. Did you just hear what I heard? I feel like you heard what I heard. Look at me right now. Okay. Hey, you heard what I heard? The feds tapped in and they still let him. They heard it and still let him do what he wanted. Let's come back. Let's come back. Let's bring back.
So why can't you drop right now? Why you gotta wait? Tell them I'm gonna wait till July 19th. Why y'all wait? I'm just saying, like, to me, you wouldn't play with something like that. That'd be something serious.
No, we're not waiting on nobody, fam. We're not going through that. We know what's going on. This man is being accused of trafficking sex and his child. Hit that like button, subscribe, family. We're not playing.
They said she tried to go to the feds, and the feds wouldn't take the case because they said it was outside the statute of limitations.
Okay, let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get right, family. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. T1 Senior said family Los Angeles tapped in. Vicky says right. Kashana said from Arkansas. Kashana said Arkansas. We are here in the building. Nick Black says deport. T. Warren Sr. says they go let Diddy go and California gonna file on him someday. That's what's up, family. Shakur says FAM from Bronx, New York City. Edwell, PJ, stand up. Respectfully, family. Nerdy Lock says you mean business, so I just did, brother. That's real. I feel you. That's what we doing. Nerdy Lock says, I'm just saying, a lot has been said about T.I. What I know being 43 years old is where they smoke and there is fire. That's real. Where smoke is fire. That's real, family. You know it. Kashana says, I hope not. His monster people won't look at him the same ways. Respectfully, fam. Respect. Thank you so much. Hit that like button. Subscribe. We in here, family. Nerdlock says, we hate talking. One accusation, two accusations. They just keep coming. This man had his hands on some dirt. Let me explain something to you. There's no reason why your name should be tied up with no goofy shit. You understand me? Let alone the worst shit. So don't sit here and act like we feel that way. Anybody in the black community as a rapper, athlete, or anything, or any community, if we hear your name tied up in some fuck shit, we need to put eyes on it. You understand? And we gonna keep going. That's how we doing it. Jelly Bean says, every time I seen Diddy photos from his parties, all I seen was white people and no broke people. So white broke people complaining, oh, ain't no none of that, family. We just wanted to make sure everything was really real. Let's keep going. SM Carter says, what kind of prize comes with subscription? Everything, you know it with Dilla T, no filters. We popping off. We gonna get popping with the shirts. You see it, we know filters every color. We ain't playing with nobody. Shout out to you for liking, subscribing the channel, fam. We ain't playing. Jelly Bean says, exactly, dripped on the receipt now. Jelly Bean says, why what? Nerdy Lock says, preach it, fam, I am. Ultimate Night says, I subscribe. I appreciate you, family. Keep liking, subscribing. We in here, excuse my language, my spit, we popping. Kashana says, bro, you feel for calling out the bullshit. I'm not one of them. I appreciate you, because, see, you was the one that further let me know I had to get right. See, Ultimate Night says, I subscribe, and then Kashana says, bro, you real for calling out the bullshit. See, the realness of calling out bullshit ain't that I'm calling out the bullshit. It's just the realness of what we seeing. See, it could be bullshit, but if you don't see the realness in the bullshit, you can't call it out. It could just be a big platter of bullshit. You understand? We living in a time where the good is looked at as bad. And then we living in a time where the bad is looked at as good. We're living in a time where parents don't speak up when kids are running down the street and that's not even their fucking child. But yet they see them in danger. We're living in a time where I don't need, but yet I want so much. Did you hear what I just said? Let me bring that back for the niggas in the back smoking. We're living in a time where I don't need, but I want so much. But yet we don't see those wants as needs because we don't sacrifice the time for the need. Because the wants are so low key. You see the difference between a need and a want? Let me tell you something. You can walk in the store and just grab what you want, nigga. But you can't grab what you need. Because what you need really costs more than what you want. Because you can just grab what you want. Ain't shit. It's all choice. So if we don't choose what we want from what we need, then what we doing? I got kids, nigga. Give a fuck about what y'all talking about. I got kids. What they need will always overweigh the wants that they want when they looking at me. And I know I can give them no fucking world. But yet if I'm not giving them what they need, they will never grow to understand that those wants are so short term or so nothing. Those wants are so short that we don't get nowhere. You understand? So we have to look at T.I. and look at Tiny. And we have to say, do they really care about what their child wants? or what he needs. Because the purpose of this video today, family, and I've never really even said this, and I want y'all to understand how serious this is. This man and his son and his child is being accused of something so surreal that adults can't even handle what they're being accused for. So I don't know if y'all not taking this shit serious, but hit that like button right now and subscribe. I'm not playing. We cooking, nigga. You don't get this for just nothing. We cooking. This man, son, is being accused for the same shit he been accused for. Don't tell me that ain't no problem. Or that ain't real. So as we in here with Dilla T and no filters, let's keep going. Because we getting to the bottom of the nitty gritty. But we want to make sure we understand. This man child is being accused for what he's been accused for. And we acting like that's normal. Nigga, back in the 90s, what? Early 2000s, everybody would have got smacked up for that. What is you talking about? Nigga, don't look at me like I'm tripping. No, run that back our way. Because don't sit in here and act like I'm tripping. My son, my daughter, my kids, nigga, everybody would have been towed up for that. What is you talking about? Right, like you just said. What fam just said? Because she said, yeah, T.I. passing down the trauma. Yeah, he sure is because the shit ain't right. What's going on right here? Yeah, because it ain't right. Going on right here? Yeah, it ain't. That shit would have been different. Don't sit here and tell me that it's okay that we sat here and had to find out that this man and his motherfucking son has been accused of something that we couldn't fathom. We couldn't fathom what they being accused from. His son. So don't tell me we giving him a pass. Hit that like button and subscribe right now, family. We cooking in here. We not finna go through it. We gonna make sure we understand what's going on. Shakur said, what's up, Shakur? Shout out to you, family. We back in here. Hit that like button, subscribe. We back. Shakur says humiliation rituals. And it's at its all-time high. They made somebody really angry in the Illuminati. Humiliation rituals for the rap industry is at an all-time high. Shout out to you, Shakur. And I knew that. Because I said, why are they, and this is fucked up, what I'm finna say. Because they've been doing this fuck shit for a long time, fam. A long time. Decades. Ages. Let me say that again. They've been doing this for a long time. They've been doing this for decades. And they've been doing this for ages. Anytime a motherfucker say something about ages, that means like you was living in medieval times. You know, like back in the days with the knights and shining armor and shit. Ages. They've been doing this shit for hellas, nigga. So when you think about it in your mind, for them to be doing it this long, you don't think T.I. and Tiny, my bad, T.I. and Tiny came into a system. See, you have to understand, family, these millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires, zillionaires, cajillionaires come into a system. You and me can come across millions, right? Follow me, family. Follow me. Follow me real quick. You and me can come into millions, right? Okay? You and me, we can come into millions. Okay? Now, when we come into that money, at some point, somebody's going to reach out to us about something that goes with that level of money, right? So when you think about it, it's like, think about this. When you get a ticket, like literally when you get pulled over and get a ticket, lawyers start sending you lawyer shit in the mail. Am I right? When you get a ticket or you get something that got to do with the law, lawyers start sending you shit in the mail, right? So the point I'm making is that when you become a millionaire or a billionaire, them same sick, fucked up people that's the system of millionaires and billionaires, they start sending you shit to let you know what motherfucking level you on. And I'm sure T.I. and Tiny had got a real memo of knowing what level they on when they started getting millions. Because think about it. T.I., he made music and Tiny made music. But Tiny was here before T.I. Okay? So that was the group Escape, which we know that was old. So when T.I. came, T.I. started making great music. Everybody fucked with him and everything was everything. Okay? The point I'm making is T.I. and every artist that was around his time was done. So they had to come up with something to be able to stick around. So you got to understand, a lot of these rappers, singers, and athletes and people that's been around for so long, they have to come up with something to make money, to stay in their position. Let me say that again for the niggas in the back. These rappers, artists, and high-priced people in Hollywood who already had a career and that motherfucker is running dry and is done, they have to do something to stay alive. They got to do something to stay alive. In my mind, what is T.I. really doing to stay alive? Oh no, let me say that again for the niggas in the back. What is T.I. doing now to stay alive financially to make sure that his money grow if he's not doing shows or music on a high level like all artists are doing now? I'll wait. Because, I mean, I just want to know what he's doing. Because we all know he ain't really doing shit. So, you got to sex traffic people to get popping? Why would your name be in the same conversation as sex and trafficking? See, his name and his wife's name should just be in sex. Period. Just sex. They name should definitely not be in sex trafficking. You understand me, fam? Shout out to you, Jelly Bean. Shout out to you. Everything that T.I. has done has been a big deal. So you got to understand, T.I. has won a lawsuit with his daughter. T.I. is building low-income housing. T.I. is doing a lot in the community, and that's fine. But you need to understand why that's being done. To keep the money going. Right. So even if you keeping the money going, that don't mean that we ain't never heard about your own personal business. Let me explain something, Jelly Bean. If you doing the low-income housing, if you want $1 million lawsuit, if you investing in $1 million income-based projects, why the fuck is your name coming up with dealing with sex trafficking? Right. So we just want to make sure we had a clear understanding that you can have, you know how much shit millionaires got going on? You know how much shit going on with the going on? They all got something going on. But why half of them don't have their name tied into sex or trafficking? Let me say that again. You can have all of that going on, but why is your name tied into that? Which it shouldn't be. Because why? You got all that other shit going on. See, it's called a list. And your list matters and consists of everything you got going on. So even if he has all of that going on, family, that man is still dealing with right now sex trafficking. His name should not be caught up in that. But yet they chose to do that. So we want to make sure we understand that the same people we look up to as with the music, Holla 2 times said, why you so pressed? Jelly Bean said the feds. I'm so pressed, Holla 2 times, because the same people that we look at assuringly for their music, we don't look at them assuringly for their problems or what they got going or their accusations. Your stupid ass Holla 2 times, and I fuck with you, partner, but I just want you to understand. Don't sit in this motherfucker and think that we can get their music and listen to their music and their lyrics and they tell you how real they is and how tough they is and how much of a gangster they is and how they take care of family and how they don't cross this and do that. But yet then we hear about these accusations that go against them in their lyrics and their music. And I can't stand for that. Because these T.I. is one of those people like Jeezy. And I can name other names. But T.I. was one of those people that we listened to his music and we really found a place. We found a position. We found structure in certain situations. Why? Because he was another rapper that came from where we came from. Hit that like button, family. Subscribe right now. We cooking in here. Support the channel. He was another one of those people that we certified and let them in. So when we hear stupid shit like this, you know how bad that make us look? You know how bad we fucking look when we talking about we were supporting T.I., Rick Ross, these rappers, and then we hear this about these niggas? We ain't just heard this right now, motherfucker. We heard this years ago. That shit came back to the light because Tiny wanted to open her fucking mouth, ugly ass. Goofy bitch. Open up your fucking mouth. And now you got motherfuckers asking you questions because you said some stupid shit about Diddy, goofy. Now your dumb ass got to deal with this. But why the fuck your son involved with this? I'll wait. Why the fuck your son got to do with this? What the fuck your son got to do with this? If y'all been trafficking bitches, cooking bitches, doing what you want, what your son got to do with this? If that was that real, it would have just been T.I. and Tiny, not King. You know what I'm saying? It would have been T.I., Tiny, not King. Nerdy Lock says you got to understand the level of skeletons we're talking here. I know the level of skeletons we're talking. That's why I wanted to bring this to the forefront. And that's why it was so important to understand the situation we in when we talk about T.I., Tiny, and his son. Because people like Diddy, Tyler Perry, Kevin Spacey, Kanye West, Jay-Z. I mean, we can name names. All of that is coming out now, fam. So it's got to be a reason why they're allowing these niggas to get exposed now. And I really feel some type of way because that means it's been going down. It's been going down. This is what this means. It's been going down, and now they're being exposed, and everybody is speaking about it. So that means if you got that listen to me. If people have that much information to speak about, then that means it's been going on. They shouldn't have that much information to speak about these people if it just started right now. Let me say that again for the niggas in the back. If all of these accusations just started now, the prosecution or the defense should not have all of that information, or anybody shouldn't have all of that information that come against them. If you just started today with the bullshit, the sex trafficking, rape, all that shit, if you just started that today, if you never done it, why the fuck will we have footage or history about them doing it? You understand? We have to open up our eyes and our ears and put our thinking cap on. If they are accusing these people of doing this before years ago, and now she's bringing it up now, how would she even have footage or any information like Diddy if they never did this at all? They have had done this, period, for them to feel some type of way to know that they have information on everything they're doing. And with that said, I want to know what you think, family. I want to know what you think about T.I., Tiny, and their son, King, being put in a position of accusations of sex trafficking. There is no reason their son should be in that type of position. Your child, your son, your daughter being in the position of being accused of sex trafficking. What would that do to you? I want to know what you think, family. And as always, I always appreciate you all liking, subscribing to the channel to understand what we're doing, and sharing this with the world. And as always, family, I appreciate you. Until then, it's your boy Dilla T. And this is No Filters. Good night, family. Be safe.